Everyone, welcome to Awe Inspired. My name's Amanda. If you're new here, and on my channel, I like to do a lot of homemaking content in hopes that I'll inspire you along the way. This evening, we're going to jump into a nighttime clean with me. I'm going to start by cleaning, just tidying up the house and getting everything nice and clean and put together. I've spent the whole day decorating the whole house. If you'd like to see my following decorate with me, I just went ahead and added all of my Halloween decor in with my fall decor, and it turns out pretty good. The girls and my husband are gone to the in-laws playing a game, and so I got the house all nice and decorated. I'm gonna just go around and work at a just slow pace. I have no rush. It's just a nice, relaxing evening, and all I need to do is get this main level clean so I don't have to rush around and do everything. But I just want to tackle some of those tasks that I've kind of been putting off, and I know I have the time to get it done. This closet is definitely one of those things. We have been in and out of here all summer long, and our beach bag has gotten tossed over, and there's 1,000 pair of shoes in here. So we're going to go ahead and get that taken care of. I don't think we need that many shoes. I'm going to put one per each person, and then go ahead and set these on the stairs so that the kids can grab them and take them upstairs with them whenever they get home. Coconut is so funny. She always wants to be exactly where I am until I get the vacuum out. And then she's like, forget about it, I'm out of here. She doesn't really mind our robot vacuum mop. She's not one of the cats that's going to sit on top of it or anything like that. But it doesn't really bother her. But this big one that makes a lot of ruckus, she's like, I'm out of here. She went ahead and moved over to the stairs. She's like, I'll watch from afar. I'm not going to be anywhere near that thing. I went ahead and got all that cleaned up, and I was going to put the shoes on the stairs for the kiddos. However, when I set them down, I realized there was quite a bit of cat hair on our stairs. So since I already have the vacuum out, I'm just going to go ahead and get that vacuumed as well. I really enjoy using this shark on the stairs. It is a little bit heavier. It kind of gives me an arm workout when I'm using it, but it has such good power suction. I do have the Tenneco cordless vacuum, and it does its job. However, I feel like that this one really grips into the carpet and fluffs it up and just really gets into it and gets all the cat hair and stuff like that out of it. So I seriously I would much rather get the arm workout than to use the handheld or the cordless vacuum if it's too difficult for you, because these vacuums are about 25-30 pounds, I would guess. Then I would just go ahead and use your handheld vacuum. But they also have little carpet, I'm not exactly sure what you call it. It's almost like a carpet brush that you can just brush each stair, and it'll really pull all of that hair out of the carpet. It's rather satisfying. I'm going to be doing that soon in one of my deep cleaning videos coming up. The kiddos, our youngest, she actually finds it so satisfying. She enjoys using the carpet brush to pull up the hair because it pulls up so much hair you wouldn't even believe how much is in there. But that's also another good solution. They even have them where you can attach them to a longer rod, like your broom handle. you can just go ahead and attach it to there and then use it like that so it doesn't break your back, because bending over with the short handled ones really will hurt your back over time. But I just went ahead and got all of this vacuumed up. It feels so good. We have 2 cats, and having this time of year in spring seems to be the worst with the pet fur. It's just everywhere. It's like they are starting to shed their coat a bit to grow in a thicker coat, I guess, but it has just been everywhere, especially our long-haired cat. She is just shedding like crazy. So I want to go ahead and get everything completely vacuumed up. I like to do this at least twice a week just to keep it nice and clean. Comment down below and let me know what you think of the bats. I think that they turned out really, really cute. And ever since I put those bats on that wall, I've really started to be thinking about doing something special with that wall. What I've thought about is a shiplap wall all the way up. However, I do realize that because there's stairs, that might be a little bit tedious when it comes down to the cuts. We're not going to be able to just cut, up until the point where the first stair cuts, all the boards will be the same length. However, once you start hitting each step, you got to kind of trim it down a bit. But I don't think it would be that difficult. I'm almost certain my husband could do it, but that's what I've been thinking about, is a shiplap wall right there. I also thought about maybe doing like a molding feature with a little lip on it so that you could put photos, but I just feel like this might not be the area for this. I was thinking about maybe doing that in the dining room, but I do really like the idea of a shiplap wall. Let me know if you guys have any other ideas. This is in our front entryway, so you see this right when you come in, and I really just want to do something unique here and have like a statement piece. I love the idea of there being a bench here and maybe hanging some hooks on the wall so that when our guests come in, they could just hang up their jackets on there. I don't know. I was just brainstorming, so y'all let me know, what are some of your thoughts on what I could do with that front entry wall? I'm going to head on into the kitchen. There's lots of ideas what I want to do in here. I've shared with you guys before: new countertops, paint the cabinets, just spruce it up a bit. It's not particularly my taste. I do love that they're stone and that they're granite countertops. However, they're just not my taste. So those are some things that I've thought about doing in here, but I'm going to go ahead and get this dishwasher loaded up and then just go around and get all of the countertops all nice and clean and fresh. What are some of your upcoming plans for holidays? We actually have a friend that will be doing a Halloween party that we'll be able to attend. We're a blended family, so we don't have the girls every single year for Halloween, so we won't be having them this year. And we'll be attending a Halloween party with a friend. I think we're gonna do like a fun Halloween sleepover here for the kiddos. It's just what you have to do. You have to make it work when you have a blended family. So we're going to have some fun things for them. We will be hosting Thanksgiving. However, we won't have our children when we're hosting, which is perfectly fine. But then my sister in law will be doing Christmas, and we do that on Christmas Eve every single year. And we will have the kiddos for Christmas this year. So it'll be really, really exciting. We always celebrate Christmas with the family at another time when we don't have the kiddos. My in laws will come over and we'll usually do something fun and hang out with them, play board games, whatever, and celebrate with the kiddos at a different time. But it's just how you have to do it whenever you have a blended family. I'm actually quite used to doing that because growing up, my niece and my nephew weren't always able to come on that day. It's just the same thing. It was just other family obligations. And rather than spending a lot of time in the car and traveling and getting the child back and forth to two different places at one time, we just opted to do it on another day. And so my sister used to come to my mom's house the weekend before Christmas and we would celebrate it then, or it would be the weekend after New Year's time. Any time that we could fit it in, we would just go ahead and do it then. And so I'm very used to that. We still treated it as Christmas. We still said Merry Christmas to everyone. Like, to us, it wasn't important what day we celebrated it. It was just important that we celebrated it together. So it's something that I was rather used to. So when I met my husband and we joined our blended families, it was just something that every other year we don't celebrate it on that specific day, which is no big deal. We still have a great time and we get to enjoy our family members, which is really what that's all about. Do you guys have specific things to you that you do? Will you be hosting? We were actually supposed to host Christmas last year, but we ended up asking my sister-in-law to do it because of my husband's accident last fall. He actually was in an accident with a piece of steak and he almost died. It like ruptured through not his throat, but down in where your esophagus, there's a little sphincter muscle. We believe he's allergic to some type of seasoning because it seems to happen when he eats different types of meats. This happens and that sphincter muscle will swell up, and it swelled up so much he tried to take a drink to get it to go down because he could feel it stuck in his esophagus, and it ruptured and came through and he had to be airlifted. It was a whole big thing. I have a few videos that I went into a little bit more depth. If I can find them, I'll link them below. But yeah, it was really terrifying. He was in the hospital for quite a while, and so we just went ahead and let her host it because we just had a lot going on here. So I just went ahead, I got the kitchen cleaned up. I'm so happy that that's done. I always love when the kitchen is clean. Y'all let me know, like this comment, because I know I'm not the only one in this planet that feels such a relief when the kitchen is clean. Now that I got that done, I'm going to move along into my dining room. We are doing crafts in here. I'm going to leave some of this just here because we're just going to leave it here. I actually want to set up a little table upstairs in my my office area / craft room and make it to where we could do projects up there. We could just leave them up there and it won't occupy our space in our dining room. Now that I got the dining room cleaned up, and if you look back at that clip, you'll see that it wasn't cleaned up and I accidentally forgot to flip these two. I did it backwards. Oops, things happen, but it looks like it was cleaned and then it wasn't cleaned, but really it was clean. And I moved right along into my front room area, and I'm just going to go ahead and get this nice and vacuumed up and clean. The kids often like to come in here, have snacks, and hang out, and so it typically gets pretty dirty. I've had my Halloween candle going all day and it smells great. My next video will be our front porch Halloween decorate. Subscribe and hit that like button, and we will see you in the next one.